Okay, greetings from the Whole Elephant Institute, January the 19th, 2020. Alrighty, taking a walk in the community, and most likely need to also grab some things from the supermarket. This is usually the time when mom get a chance to do this video called a walk with mom. I realize it's a very important way of the good use of our daily time. Although sometimes it's nice to just walk and think about certain important subject, but sometimes it's also important to share those deep thoughts with family members, friends, colleagues, community members. And when we start to reach out to others to share the wisdom, the insight that we're blessed with, it's also a great way, of life, isn't it? We don't need to isolate into our each little resident apartment or house, to talk to only the inside of yourself, and thinking that the world as if it's irrelevant to what you are. But as a matter of fact, we are actually in a world that constantly is changing. The air is flowing, the breath from one individual is very quickly entering into another individual's system. So the entire human world, the information in all different formats are being circulating one way or the other. But one very powerful way to circulate the information is through language. And when we speak up what's truly in our heart, that's very powerful. As a matter of fact, when you also carry a mission to reach out to others once you have enlightened to the truth, this is a very important way of called share the truth, spread the truth. To seek the truth and to follow the truth, to validate the truth, and to uphold the truth, and then to spread the truth. That's a logo of the Whole Elephant Institute. So this is the way that mom is trying to set a good example for many people who are currently trying very hard to reach out. And before, I guess the old way was that you write a book and you publish it and people buy it and people read it. Now it seems that everything has changed, because people don't need to read a book. People can just click onto the phone and open up a page and instantly connect with thousands and 10,000s of people, and they find this very, very quick exchange of information much more effective. So it has good and bad. The good part is that a lot of new things can be circulated very, very fast. And among these new things, there are some very, very precious information. But among the new things, there are also some very, very dangerous information. And so when everything starts to circulate so rapidly, for each individual, here is something very important, is do you have the ability to tell what is nutritious to your mind, body, and spirit, and what actually is dangerous and poisonous to your mind, body, and the spirit? Yes. So in this big current of the diet of the human society, it's very critical for people to know where to get the nutrients and where you don't want to touch and how to discern what's right, what's wrong, what's good and what's bad, what's what's kindness and what's evil. This turns into a critical factor, right, for each individual. If you are not being able to do that in this world with technology, information technology so advanced, and one person's information can very quickly spread all over the world through the internet. And when you click the phone or computer and go on the internet, you immediately enter this world of information ocean. And can you navigate? Can you sail peacefully and safely to be able to, gather the treasure and to select what exactly you need, or you just get drunk and you get intoxicated, you got poisoned, and you can destroy yourself if you are not ready to face such an ocean, ferocious ocean of information, right? Yes. So for I think education these days, the education model, the old style, also is getting more and more difficult, because children all have a phone and they all want to very quickly connect with each other because the technology is available. So they spend a lot of time chatting with each other, so the information flows through very fast. And it is more important now for the parents to making sure to help the children to navigate, and most importantly to tell the children a word: principle. To teach the children principle is to help children to navigate through the information ocean. And here comes the value system. If the children follow the modern ocean and atheism, evolution theory, consider themselves as animals, and have faith not in divine but in modern science, technology development, conquer nature mentality, and disregard the concept of divinity as superstitious, anti-science, and if they do that, well, I think they lost their direction completely, and they will get into very dangerous zone, and very soon they are facing total destruction. And so, on the other hand, if the children are provided with 5,000 years of the heritage that the Chinese people has been having until the CCP took over, and a heritage that, as a matter of fact, according to those great enlightened beings, this 5,000 years of culture, in fact, was established by people from all over the world. And this is about reincarnation. This is about what's the origin of human life. This is about human spirit come from the universe, and the purpose of them coming to the earth, reincarnated into human form, and establish a 5,000 years of divine culture for the purpose of letting the lives that drop down to the human realm to be able to recognize the final truth that can elevate each individual back to their true home. And this is all schools of spirituality has been talking about the final moment when the Messiah, for example, the Jewish people say the Messiah will come back, or the Christians say Jesus will come back, or the Buddhists have been saying the Miller Buddha, the greatest Buddha called the Miller, will come back, or according to the legend, saying that the fallen sacred king will come back when the Udambara flower blossoms. Well, Udambara flower, that beautiful, sacred, delicate, light and pure white flower that can grow in anywhere, even from a piece of chopstick or a dried up stem of leaf, or even a piece of metal. That miraculous, delicate, pure white sacred flower called Udambara flower have been discovered all over the world, and it's a sign that the fallen sacred king has come back to the human world to deliver the ultimate salvation truth. And this is really the time that we are living right now in the human world. A lot of scientists, especially in the area of frontier life science, like Mom, and also those scientists in the frontier astrophysics, observing the sky, the universe, and meditating upon the origin of all life and the beginning of the universe, the so-called Big Bang theory. And what is really behind that Big Bang? Isn't that the creation by a super power? Well, you don't want to use the term God, divine, the creator, but you use a term called the Big Bang. Well, any little child will follow with that question. So who made the Big Bang? Who is behind the Big Bang? Or why we cannot make a boom Big Bang and created a lot of life phenomena that is so incredibly complicated, organized. That kind of life phenomena doesn't seem to be possibly coming from a chaotic boom explosion, right? Although it's called a Big Bang, but it means the speed, means the scale. It is just incredibly large and powerful, and then everything coming into place. Well, who has such power? Who has such wisdom? Who can create life in this amazingly powerful event at the very beginning when the world come into existence? Well, to the human being, it seems to be just one, instant, so fast. But in other dimension, it could be a different story, isn't it? Yeah, according to theory of relativities about, the space and time in different realm has different meaning, right? Yeah, so in every regard, we are living in such an amazing time, and a lot of people starting to think about this big question: where are we from? Why we are here? Where are we going? How we will be able to get there? Like the Four Noble Truths of the Buddha, right? Human existence, this incredible phenomena of human existence. There we go. Come back to the supermarket. Mom is gonna try to grab some little items for making wonton. So, yeah. This supermarket used to be called the Good Fortune. Oh, look at those flowers. I actually like that. 节节糕. Okay. That's called a 节节糕. That might be a very good addition to our office. 节节糕. That's pretty, right? 节节糕. Yes. Okay. So, back to the supermarket and getting ready for making a wonton, fried wonton for dinner. And we're gonna have a Hawaii chili meeting tonight. So I think mom is gonna pause very quickly here to focus upon shopping.